How's it going, everybody? Sick Eric back with another video. Today we are going to be doing a spec comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the OnePlus 10 Pro. We're going to go on over the specs, let you guys determine which one you might want to pick up as far as what each one has and cameras and things like that. So before we get started, go ahead and subscribe and click that bell icon. That way you don't miss out on future videos on any one of these fantastic devices. So let's jump down into it, shall we? The build quality and the dimensions, we're going to start off with the Galaxy S22 Ultra. So this is the big boy of the two, but relatively almost the same size, a little bit more of a boxier note line as far as the way it looks. As far as height goes, it's going to be 6.43 inches, 3.7 inches wide, and 0.35 inches thin. So it is a nice thin phone, but it is a big chunker of a phone as far as being more boxy and not as ergonomic. It weighs at about 8.04 ounces, covered in Corning Gorilla Glass Victus front and back. You do get IP68 water and dust resistance with armor aluminum frame on there, so it is a little bit more durable as far as the aluminum goes, but still a very fantastic to have an S Pen, the famous S Pen that goes along with the Note devices. It does have it. You get your one of your speakers at the bottom, your SIM tray, and your USB Type C with another speaker up top, volume rocker, and then your power button on the right hand side. Nothing on the left hand side, and you get your camera layout on the back, microphone up top as well. So very nice on the build quality of the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Going on over to the OnePlus 10 Pro. It is 6.42 inches tall, 2.91 wide, and 0.34 thick, so a little bit thinner and a little bit more narrow than the S22 Ultra, and not as tall, but still a big device. But it still feels a little bit more nicer in the hands with those rounded corners and rounded edges on here. So it feels really nice in the hand. Covered in Corning Gorilla Glass Victus on the front, but Gorilla Glass 5 on the back. So you only get Victus on the front over here, while you get Victus Plus on the Ultra. IP68 only on the T-Mobile variant is rated for IP68, but come on, they're all pretty much built the same. This will be okay if you took it for a little dip in the water. Just don't go swimming with it or anything. It's still the same build and still the same phone that is made just for T-Mobile. It's just they pay for that extra rating for that IP68 certification. Both of these have in-display fingerprint sensors. The Galaxy is an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, while the OnePlus has a optical fingerprint sensor. They're both really good and really fast as far as unlocking your phone. No issues whatsoever. And they both do support face unlock, so you can use facial recognition on here as well, which is fantastic news. A lot of phones don't have that. But fingerprint sensors, both reliable and fast. No issues. They're both really good. You get aluminum frame, of course, on the OnePlus. And like I said, the build quality, OnePlus feels a lot more comfortable to hold in the hand, while the Ultra is a big, wide phone, but it's still very fantastic. Going on over to displays. Now, both of these do have fantastic displays. The S22, you get a dynamic AMOLED display, 6.8 inches, 120 hertz HDR10 plus. It can go all the way up to 1750 nits peak brightness, 1440 by 3088 with 500 pixels per inch, covered in Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, and you get an always-on display with your fingerprint icon as well. You'll get notifications on here and little notification icons at the bottom as well. Going on over to the OnePlus, 6.7 inches LTPO2 fluid AMOLED display, 120 hertz. It does support HDR10 as well, and the peak brightness is about 1300 nits. So the S22 will definitely get brighter, but still a fantastic display. It has a resolution of 1440 by 3216 with 525 pixels per inch, only because it is a smaller display, but not by much. Both of these do have curved edges on here, as you can see, but it's not too serious. I really don't have an issue with glare, maybe a little bit more on the OnePlus, but both of them are fantastic displays. These are probably two of the best displays you can get out on the market today. Hands down, two of the best with that high refresh rate and excellent quality and resolution on here. Hole punch cutout in the center on the Galaxy. While over here on the OnePlus, it's off on the left-hand side. As far as what they are running, both of these devices are running Android 12 out of the box. You get One UI 4.0 over here, and on the OnePlus you get Oxygen OS 12.1. Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processors on both of these guys. You get 12 gigabytes of RAM on the S22 Ultra, 8 gigabytes of RAM on the OnePlus. Storage, you get, this is the 256 storage model. On the OnePlus for now, all we get is a 128 storage option for T-Mobile, and if you're to buy this off of Best Buy or Amazon, and this is the emerald green color. This is the green color of Samsung. But as far as performance goes, both of these are fantastic. No slowdowns. Even OnePlus with its only with its 8 gigabytes of RAM, this is still a fast phone and a beast when it comes down to normal stuff, taking pictures, editing video and stuff. And of course, the Galaxy S22 Ultra is a total beast, having more RAM. It is definitely a little bit more powerful than the OnePlus, but they're pretty much both the same as far as performance. I haven't come across any issues as far as RAM or lagginess or stuttering or anything on both of these. They're both fantastic when it comes down to the performance, and will definitely get the job done and even more. As far as features go, totally different on both of them. Oxygen OS compared to One UI is totally different as well. You get more of a stock Android on the Oxygen OS, more like stock and Color OS, while Samsung is definitely lathered with that One UI features. But you do get a lot more features on the S22 Ultra as far as customization and stuff. But you can't customize everything on the OnePlus quite a bit as far as your icons go. You're always on display. Samsung, you have to sort of download a Good Lock app to give you a little bit more customization. As far as GPU goes, both of these have the Adreno 730 GPU, so that's great. You're going to have excellent graphics when you're playing games and stuff, so no issues with that. I don't play a lot of games, so as far as that goes, that's going to be something for you to find out, but both of these are very fantastic as far as performance goes, and you will have no issues whatsoever. UFS 3.1 storage on both of these, so that's fantastic. You're going to have excellent speeds when transferring stuff to computer and stuff like that, and saving stuff onto your phone and recording video and have that saved to your phone, no issues. As far as cameras go, this is where everything gets interesting. On the Galaxy S22 Ultra, you get a really wide variety of setup on your cameras. You get a 108 megapixel main sensor, aperture of f1.8. It does have PDAF, laser autofocus, OIS, and the whole shebang on there. 10 megapixel periscopic telephoto lens. Periscopic telephoto lens with an aperture of f4.9, and it does go all the way up to 10 times optical zoom, and you can do up to 30 times space zoom on here. You also get another 10 megapixel telephoto lens, aperture of f2.4, 3 times optical zoom. 12 megapixel ultra wide, aperture of f2.2. And about 120 degree field of view on that one. So very nice. Front facing camera is going to be a 40 megapixel camera, aperture of f2.2. You can record all the way up to 8K on the rear, 4K of course, 1080p. Front facing camera records all the way up to 4K, 60 frames per second. Going on over to the OnePlus, you get a 48 megapixel sensor. That is your main sensor, aperture of f1.8, PDAF, laser autofocus, optical image stabilization, and everything. An 8 megapixel telephoto lens, aperture of f2.4 with 3.3 times optical zoom. A 50 megapixel ultra wide camera, aperture of f2.4 will get this 150 degree field of view this phone is capable of, so that is really nice. Compared to the Samsung, there is a different mode you have to go into get to that 150 degree field of view, but it does have it. As far as front facing camera goes, you get a 32 megapixel camera, aperture of f2.2, You can record all the way up to 8K 24 frames, of course 4K on the rear. Front, you can only do up to 1080p 30 frames per second, so that is a bummer and a huge downgrade compared to the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And you definitely see that in pictures, especially in low light. The OnePlus front-facing camera is not that great. The Galaxy S22 Ultra does do a little bit better, but again, in really low light situations, both of these cameras do tend to fall apart a little bit, but you get more variety and more options over here on the S22 as far as your zoom capabilities go. This device is going to zoom in a lot more compared to the OnePlus 10 Pro, just because it has that periscopic lens, and you can get some really good zoomed in shots with the S22 Ultra. Well, over here on the OnePlus, you zoom in anything past 3 times, things tend to fall apart a little bit on the OnePlus 10 Pro. So as far as speakers go, both of these do have stereo speakers. You get your bottom firing speaker at the bottom and then your earpiece up top. No headphone jack on either one of these. And they both do support Dolby Atmos. Of course, the Samsung could only use Dolby Atmos, can't use Dolby Atmos on the speakers and while using Bluetooth or anything like that. While over here on the OnePlus, you could only use Dolby Atmos when you have Bluetooth connected. You cannot use it on the speaker. So we're going to go ahead and show you the difference in these speakers as far as how each one sounds really quick. That way you get an idea of the audio quality on both of these. All right, so going on over, what did you guys think of the speaker quality of both of these devices? I think they both sound really good. Comment down below on which one you like the best. As far as Bluetooth go, they both have Bluetooth 5.2. You get Wi-Fi 6E on the Ultra and regular Wi-Fi 6 on the OnePlus. Charging, here is where OnePlus delivers and takes the cake. 65-watt Super VOOC charging on the OnePlus 10 Pro. On the Galaxy, you only get, I believe it is at 45-watt wireless or wired charging. On the Samsung, both have 5,000 milliamp hour batteries. Both support wireless charging and reverse wireless charging on here as well. The OnePlus, again, is capable of 50 watts wireless charging if you buy the OnePlus charger, while over here on the Samsung, wireless charging as well, but it's only at 15 watts, reverse wireless charging at 4.5 watts. Again, another win for the OnePlus is you get the charger in the box, while on the Samsung, you do not get that 45-watt charger. You have to spend probably about $50 just to get that charger. So think about that, $50 on top of $1,200 for this phone. That is quite a lot right there to ask for. So as far as pricing goes, the OnePlus starts off at $899 at 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 storage, while the Galaxy starts off at 12, and it goes all the way down to 8 gigabytes and 128. But this is the 12 gigabyte 256 model, and this one is about $1,200. You can get some good deals through a Samsung trading program and trade in a device and get pretty much almost half off on this device, and get some really good deals as far as going through T-Mobile and stuff like that. Both of these very fantastic devices. I say the cameras, the Samsung takes the win. I really do like Hasselblad's color collaboration or calibration on the OnePlus. It looks really good, very saturated. I like the color science, but the Samsung takes really good zoom shots As far as video goes, they're both really good in the video department. The weakness the OnePlus has is that front-facing camera can only record at 1080p, and regular pictures, it really does fall apart in low lighting, very overexposed. I don't know what OnePlus was thinking. Again, for the second year, giving us a crappy front-facing camera. Samsung definitely a little bit better with that camera and being able to record 4K on the front. So both of them very fantastic. You know how it is, guys. I give you the facts and the specs, and I'll let you guys determine which one you like the best and which one you might want to pick up. But both of these are fantastic. OnePlus a little bit more affordable than the Galaxy, but still very nice as far as color goes. They're both very, very nice. Of course, OnePlus, you get that legendary alert slider over here, which is very, very good and very handy when you need to silence your phone on the go. And as far as color goes, I think I like the OnePlus more than the Samsung, just because it has a little bit of shimmer. You take this thing out in the sunlight, and it looks like it's pretty much glittering and glowing. It looks very, very nice. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video of the spec comparison between the Galaxy S22 Ultra and the OnePlus 10 Pro. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.